Hi YouTube, this is Sean Y, and today I'm going to open up this study for future videos related to this topic. Alright, and I'm going to use this verse right here as the basis of where God is showing us exactly what was going on back there in those days of the Old Testament with Israel, how some of his people turned away from God. See, God never turned his back on Israel. He's saving them for later because yes, they denied him, and after that, he died for the world. So now, right now, we have Jew and Gentile alike can be saved through grace. No matter whether you're Jew, Gentile, you accept God through grace right now, you will go to heaven, you will be raptured up. And me and my dad talk about the rapture in our videos, the rapture series. So if you're kind of don't know too much about the rapture, on the fence about when it happens or if it happens, please go check out those videos. We have like 5 in the series now, and we go into great detail of that. But you have to understand where Israel was, where the Jews were in the Old Testament at the time. And this verse pretty much sums it up to some of this so-called occult symbolism that we see right now, today, still being used in these cabals, in these satanic secret societies, whatever you want to call it. This is the very symbolism we see throughout the world. Right here it says in Amos, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but from 5:23 to 26, King James Version. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of those viols. But the judgment run down as waters, the righteousness as mighty stream. Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years, O house of Israel? But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and Tune, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, sorry, your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourself. Now that says a lot right there. See, some of the Jews, the bad Jews, the ones that God points out many times in the Bible, were going off into the woods and praying and giving up sacrifice to their false god, false idol, Moloch. I mean, what do we see today going on? You look up the Bohemian Grove, you see their Moloch, their owl out there, and they offer up false, fake sacrifices, which they say it's fake. I'm not sure that's true. I'm sure they really do sacrifices out there, orgies, homosexual activity, all kinds of stuff. That is going on right now still today in these cults and these cabals. Now, this gets so deep because you get people sitting there talking about this Saturn symbolism, all this symbolism, and then trying to bring Jesus Christ into this false idol worship and saying that God the Son really meant sun worship, and you hear all kinds of crazy stuff, but yet God himself is calling out this very stuff and saying, do not do it. So no, Christ and God and all that, it is not the same person. It is not the same worship. Israel got a lot of stole a lot of their influence from the Egyptian Gentiles stuff going on at the time, the Moloch worship. It gets very deep, but I'm going to do other videos on that. I'm just kind of giving you a rough study just so you start seeing that right here is called out. And by the image itself, Moloch, the star of your God, right there. The star always stands for fallen angels or Lucifer himself. Now, think about that and think about the image that Israel took on when they became a nation again in 1948. Supposedly the Star of David. They give you all this stuff. Wrong. That goes all the way back to this Egyptian worship talked about right here. Like the seal of Solomon. This is the pagan worship it's taken off of. And what is that? 2 pyramids. Doing what? Facing up and down. As above, so below. That goes into literal, alright, take for instance, here's slip knots. Same, it's a variation of the Seal of Solomon. I mean, a 6-sided star, it's 9. But look, pyramid, it's just 3 pyramids turned. Also 9, being like the 9th gate. Look, they even got 666 right here, 666 mirrored 6. I mean, it's very obvious that this is satanic. There's conjuring up demonic forces. They know what they're doing. Right here. And what's funny is, what's coming out right now? This movie's about to come out. Actually called As Above, So Below. Let's take another way to look at it. The Baphomet. The goat head. All the wings which represent Lucifer, the fallen angels, the angel of death. However you want to put it, it's all the same symbolism in different ways. See, right here in the abdominal area here, think of the medical symbol we use today. There it is. That's where they get it. The serpents wrapping around the pole. It's like it's the little DNA of the fallen angel DNA meshing with the human DNA, birthing this actual new, basically the Antichrist. Then you got your crescent moons. It's all tied in together. That's why you got all these secret societies, all these different symbolisms, all refer to the same thing. And what we got on his head? The star. That's a pentagram, whether it's upside down or not. It's all the same thing. It's one more look. Here, let's take mind control stuff going on here. The phoenix on her forehead, where the third eye is, and what is she doing? Pointing up, pointing down. As above, so below. It is no secret that what these people are doing. Okay, they know exactly what they're doing. They are showing you where their allegiance are. Okay, this is not just some act. They are very much part of the cabal. They're very much worshiping Lucifer and these dark forces. Alright, I just wanted to start. This is going to be a first, and I'm going to go into this stuff deeper. Maybe I'll hopefully get with my dad and maybe do something with him. We got a few other ideas, but I just kind of want to show you just that one verse right there, how powerful it is. I mean, but ye are born to the tabernacle of your Moloch, and Shun, basically that's a false idol, false god, your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves. And now think about what the image of Israel is now. And we're to pray for Israel, because right now they are blinded still. God has not turned away from his people. He has always, and that's another thing we're going to get into, he has always carried a small group of his people, his Jews, through all of this. And he will, to the end, take a small group all the way through this. 1/3 of the Jews will be saved. That's a very small amount compared to how many there are. But that's how it always has been. Whether it's even just being saved through faith, saved through grace, like it says, the path is narrow, to heaven. So sad thing is not very many people, when you think of the big picture, will make it to heaven. Not because God doesn't want them there, it's because there's a hatred for God to some. And I think this gets so deep. I literally think it gets into the literal seed of Satan, the DNA. It's in the bloodline that's passed down from the fallen angels, from pre-flood through Noah's sons. Because we know only one of the sons, was like basically the pure bloodline. The other two giants came out of them. I mean, I believe that was, that's 1/3. That number is very significant, and it gets so deep. So I'm going to cut it off there, and if there's some question, something you want me to bring up that has to do with this topic, let me know. Put it in the comments, and that may be the next thing I do a video on, or I'll answer it. So thanks for watching, and God bless.